to this high and these lows, this high over here, these lows over here, is going to be the next zone. So watch for momentum to downside, possible breakout of TL, target, likely at, and then we get a price. So we'll have a price right about here, 1.9125 down to, I'll put it right in here, 1.8948. Okay, so now I have a picture, don't I? Don't I have a plan? Now I have a way of looking at the market, so I'm not shocked by this stuff. Listen, if you find trading confusing or difficult, it's simply because you don't have a plan of what you are going to do and what you expect. Now, what we have to do as traders is realize that the market doesn't make it easy. It never does exactly what we want. So that's why during the week we have to then look for these different patterns. So now what are we going to expect? Well, here we go. If the market is going to reverse up here, what are we probably going to see? Well, we're going to see things like double tops, right? So the market is trading, I'll just draw it out. Here's the resistance line. So the market's trading along. And what are we going to see? We're going to see the market come up, tag it, come down, and then tag it again. So, don't we now have a plan? Well, we have a double top. There's probably, the market's in a short-term downtrend. You know what? Let me take a trade to the downside. Why? Well, because the likely direction is down unless the market manages to break out to the upside. Well, if the market does break out to the upside, and here's where traders, you can get yourself twisted in a knot, and you start thinking to yourself, well, okay, so the market's coming to a resistance, and didn't you just say that the market might go a lot higher? So then why would I want to take a short on a double top? Well, because if the market does break out, what you're likely going to see is that the market, let me erase this all, and again, this is going to make this seem a little bit longer. I normally don't go through this explanation with myself, of course. So let's say you do short the double top. Here's the fear. Traders have the fear that the market is going to do this and start just ripping up and go up to the moon, right? Well, this type of scenario is pretty rare. Even when the market does this, there are clues and signs that we can key in on that will help us to make money. Here's what the market will usually do. It'll usually break out, and then what will happen? It'll come down and do something like this. Well, what is that? Here we have a flag, pennant. You see this? That's exactly what typically happens. How do I know this? Well, let's go down to a daily bar. Now over here in November, we had a huge breakout right in through here. The market just all of a sudden started ripping up, took a lot of traders by surprise. In fact, I know one hedge fund in particular, they took a 45% drawdown right here. They just got creamed in the marketplace because they did not expect the market to start pushing up. So what traders are worried about is that they're going to go short and they're going to lose money. Well, first of all, you should have a stop in the marketplace. So that's going to limit the amount of loss that you can take. Second of all, nobody on God's green earth knew that the market was going to do this, because if they did, everybody would have been in on it. Okay? Nobody knew ahead of time that this exact move from here to here was going to happen. So let's say you did go short over here at the double top. And so you get stopped out and you take a small loss, 30, 45 pips. Let's say it's 50 pips. Okay? Well, as the market starts moving up, let me go ahead. I've gone down to an hourly bar. Let's go back to February. Hopefully I'll be able to get it. I may not be able to get enough data. Let me try one more time. March, February, January. Come on, maybe. Come on. November. Praise the Lord. So here's November. Remember, here's this big break. Let me get November back on here.